One of the things that I think for me I hated the most was when I transferred school and I had to walk for almost like 5 kilometers every day. I hated that.
I have a class 3 of 21 children and only 11 have maths textbooks. That's a challenge. And they tell you, mom's priority. Mom asks, is it food or the textbook? Which one comes first?
Every term, maybe after a week or two, if you've not cleared your fee, you'd be sent back home. But there was this one particular time where I went back home. My parents didn't have enough money, so my mom decided is going to come and talk to the teacher so that I can be taken back to school. But this time round, the head teacher was hearing none of that, and we were chased, both of us, to go home. It was so embarrassing.
One of the biggest problems that we have is something called rote learning. So rote learning is a form of learning where the learners or the students are expected to memorize content as opposed to actually internalizing it and therefore building, critical thinking and innovative thinking.
Most teachers stop learning when they get out of college. And so if the teacher is not learning, the probability of them passing a learning culture even to the kids becomes a problem. You cannot give what you do not have.
If we look at OESO data, which is data that's gathered nationally to look at how children are learning, across the country, 30% of children between grade 1 and grade 8 cannot do grade 2 work. In the lowest ranking counties, up to 60% cannot do grade 2 work. So children are in school, but they're not learning.
There's a disconnect of what you learn in school and what you apply when you come out of school. The gap between academia and industry is so big.
The Good Ministry of Education of the Republic of Kenya this month trained an additional 1,400 education officers on the management and supervision of CBC in schools, including the methods that will be used in competency-based assessment. We expect that these officers will now do a more commendable job of ensuring that the overall delivery of CBC is up to the expected standards.
The teacher is the symbol of hope. That I walk into class to people who are worried of where they'll get the next meal, to a teacher who just tells them, we shall manage. That's the teacher. The teacher who works with a child who says, I can't. Teacher, come on, I can't perform simple mathematical concepts. Teacher, I don't know how to play football. The teacher works with that child to the point where the child is able to say, oh yes, teacher, I can. The role of the teacher is to transform I can't to I can.
Teachers and school leaders have the biggest effect on that child's opportunity to learn. So we can build classrooms, we can build toilets, there are 1,000 different interventions we can do or conduct in schools, but what has the most impact is teachers and school leaders. And when we did our external evaluation, we identified 3 key levers that can really drive change at a school level. One of those is the quality of instruction. So what's the quality of the teaching that's happening in the classroom? The other one is the school and the class culture. Is it a safe place for children to be? Is it conducive to learning? Is it somewhere that they enjoy and they feel valued? And the final one is learner engagement. Do the children own their learning? Are they participating? Are they actively engaging with the competencies that they're trying to build?
The teacher doesn't need theories that are cooked in a boardroom and pushed to them. The teacher needs a support system that, yes, we are going out to teach this lesson. How can we make it better? That support system is very important for a teacher to be able to give out the best.
When we're talking about quality education as an SDG, for us to be able to empower the African child to live beyond the challenges that they currently have, I would say that we have to begin from the point of conversations with multiple stakeholders on how we can actually do this. I have to really emphasize the importance of building a supportive ecosystem in the educational space so that multiple players, be it EdTech, be it the government, be it teachers, can be brought together within the same space and they can have progressive conversations on how to empower the African child.
And it's always easy to point fingers, right? This is what the government is not doing. I'm not able to give all this money. But there's something that all of us, in a small way, we can do to help both the kids, help the teachers, help school administrators to be more motivated and know the value of investing in education for the next generation.